The next technique we're going to go over is jumping notes. And what this allows is for a lot more variation in the note combinations that you can play when creating melodies. Up to now in your melodies, you've been using consecutive notes or walking one finger after the other. But pretty quickly, you'll probably want to start jumping notes. You'll want to go from, say, the bottom note all the way up to the third hole from the bottom without walking your way up. You'll just want to jump right up to it. And there's one kind of basic rule for that. And that rule is that any hole that you open, everything below it needs to be open and everything above it needs to be closed. And this is actually a rule you've been following so far. If you walk from the bottom, just like you've been doing consecutive notes, if you walk up from the bottom to the third note up, you'll notice that everything below that hole is open and everything above it is closed. And you just need to follow that same rule if you're just going to jump straight up to it. So if I close all the holes and I want to just jump up to that note, I just open all three of the bottom holes at once. And the same idea goes for jumping down notes. If I'm at the third hole from the bottom and I want to jump down to the bottom note, I just have to close all the holes at once. It tends to be a little more challenging. Again, just like walking down the scale, you got to get all those holes on, all those fingers on there at the same time. Remember to use a real flat finger. That'll really help in this technique. And this goes for not just that third hole, it goes for any hole. If I'm on the second hole up like this, and I want to jump up to this second hole down from the top, I would just open all the holes below it, and everything below it is open, everything above it's closed. So with jumping holes, the melodies can sound a little more diverse, something like this. Really, a different set of note combinations will give a totally different feel to the melody.